In about a month's time I'm going to be taking part in the Paris to Ancaster bike race, and since I made the announcement I'm going to be doing this, I've received lots and lots of advice from people and bits of information about the race, and the main thing seems to be that the race itself is going to be incredibly muddy. So with that in mind, I've started doing as much training as I can in muddy conditions, and I've equipped my bike with what I'm hoping are going to be suitable tyres. A bit of a review today, and a really bad experiment, and of course as much riding as this old body can manage. But what am I reviewing? Well, 2 days ago I put on my brand new Vittoria Terreno Wet 33mm tyres. Just by looking at these tyres and this nice raised tread, you can tell they're going to be pretty decent on the mud, and the tread actually goes right towards the sidewall, and it's actually fairly decently spaced, so I don't think they're going to hold the mud too long. It appears that in just a few short days the gravel has actually got pretty dry, but I'm going to give it a rip around here as fast as I rip anyway, and I'll see how these tyres are on the corners, and we'll see if we can find some mud somewhere. There was a big patch of snow here the other day. That was a tough workout for me, and I think it was a pretty tough workout for the bike as well, or the tyres at least. So how do I like these tyres? Well, to be honest, an awful lot. I bought them for a particular purpose, to ride on mud, and more specifically to race on mud, and I can tell they're going to be fantastic for that. I had so much confidence. I went across a few patches of pretty slick mud, didn't really feel myself slipping or sliding. Going up loose gravel on hills, again, I had great traction, and on gravel around the corners I had an awful lot of confidence, and that's coming from someone who does not have the best bike handling skills. Although I've been told that there's not a lot of road on the Paris to Ancaster race, if these tyres do have an issue, it's going to be as soon as they hit the asphalt. When I've been riding it yesterday on the road, and today I've been riding it on the road so far, it feels like it runs pretty smooth, but I really want to test out the rolling resistance. And to do that, I'm going to head over this way. Shh, don't tell anyone. So, why am I in an abandoned parking lot, you might ask? And if you've watched any of my other videos, you may have seen one where I was testing out my WTB tyres, WTB Byway 34s. And I also tested out my Gavia Fondo tyres, which are a road tyre. So I've tested out a road tyre, I've tested out a sort of a cross road gravel tyre, and now I'm going to test out my Vittoria Terreno Wet, which are a cyclocross tyre. The reason why I'm at this location is that I have a very unscientific science experiment to test the rolling resistance of tyres. Essentially I start up there, and it's slightly uphill, and I don't pedal at all, and I come all the way down to this post, which is where I'll have this camera set up, and as I pass this post I look down at my Garmin and I see what speed I'm doing. So they were 28.4, which is actually, I'm actually quite disappointed with that. I was thinking they were going to be over 30. I thought they would be close to what the others were. So what about asphalt? The thing I expected them to be the weakest on, and the thing that really they're not designed for. Well, they feel like they roll fairly smoothly, and I thought that they rolled pretty fast as well. Maybe not as fast as the road tyres, but I was disappointed, even though, yeah, my experiment was garbage. Now come the summer when the trails are drier and I'm riding on roads and rail trails a lot more, I dare say I won't be using these tyres, but on the mud they have increased my confidence tenfold. So if you're planning on getting off-road on muddy trails, or you're planning on doing cyclocross, then these would come with a huge recommendation from me.